Hi, I'm Mark. This is my November review for Leo Sun Sign and Leo Rising. We start the month with Mercury making two aspects, and Mercury's in your third house. That's the house he rules, so communication will be highlighted here. And he makes a trine to Jupiter, who's in the seventh house. So it's a good time to communicate with others. It's a good time to plan ahead and to organise things with other people in mind. Also on the second, there's an aspect to Pluto. Now this is a square to Pluto in your sixth house, so this is a time to look at reorganising or reforming your daily routines and see where you can make any improvements. On the 4th we have our new moon. Now the new moon this month's in Scorpio and it's in your 4th house, so home and family will be a focus. Now the new moon is opposite Uranus, so this will bring a quirky, unusual feel to things, and your emotions will be very much in the fore, because not only is the new moon in Scorpio, which is a water sign, a very intense emotional sign, but also it's the 4th house, which is Cancer for you. So again, this is a very emotional, intuitive sign. So emotions are going to be coming through, so don't be afraid to feel these emotions and let them come through. There could be connections with the past, emotions about the past coming up, and about family and your home, about security in your home. But this is also a good time to make changes within the home and remodel things. And because you have that Uranus opposite, you could use your inventive side and be imaginative and create something that's unique around your living space. On the 5th, Venus moves into Capricorn in your 6th house, so the focus now is on your daily routines. Venus want you to make your daily life more pleasurable. You've already worked on your home with the new moon. Now it's time to work on where you spend most of your day and make that more beautiful and pleasant to be around. Then on the 6th we have Mercury moving into the 4th house, into Scorpio. So Mercury now in the 4th house in Scorpio will play the detective. I want to unearth things from the past. I want to delve deep into past history, family, or maybe even a past life. You may want to do some kind of past life regression to find out how things were then, and use this knowledge and information for the future. On the 9th we have a square aspect between Mars and Saturn. Now squares are internal challenges, so there's something within you that's going to be blocking you and holding you back from moving forward. This square comes from Mars in Scorpio in the 4th house, so there's an emotional attachment to this blockage. Something that maybe you've put up, some kind of barrier you put up to limit yourself, which needs breaking down. But you need to do this slowly, you need to proceed with caution. Because Saturn's in the 7th house, so it could be that other people will say things and you won't want to hear them. It's not a good time to communicate, because we've got Mercury coming into the mix on the 10th. This aspect lasts for 4 days, so with Mercury, the one day, the 10th, will mean communication will be virtually out of the question. It won't be things that you want to hear, so really there's no point in communicating. You're better off working within yourself to find out what this blockage is and to overcome it. On the 12th, there's a trine aspect between the Sun and Neptune. And Neptune's in Pisces in the 8th house. The Sun in your 4th house in Scorpio. This will heighten your sensitivity and perception. You'll be able to tune into things now that you wouldn't normally perhaps be able to tune into. And this is on a higher level. And it's a good time to review and look at things, especially life-changing events that have happened in the past, and see what you may have gained from them, rather than look at them as a negative thing that happened to you. Look at what you've learned from them and how you can take the information you've gleaned and put it to good use going forward. Venus in your 6th makes a square to Chiron, the healing planet. So it's a good time to heal any wounds related to your health and well-being. Then on the 15th, there's a square from the Sun to Jupiter. Now, no other aspect can spur you on like this one. This will really exaggerate things, so If you're in a good positive mood, that will be exaggerated. If you're on a downer and you're not feeling too good, then that will also be exaggerated. But hopefully this square will spur you on. This is a good chance to engage with other people and interact with them, because they may help to spur you on as well. On the 16th, there's an opportunity to make reforms or changes to things that you've just had enough of, a little bit fed up with, been putting up with for some time. This could be in your daily routines or your daily work, and it could be even at home as well. It's just a good time to clear house a little bit and then also release some tension, because we have two aspects. We have sextile from the Sun to Pluto in the 6th house. We also have an opposition between Mars and Uranus. This is across the 4th and 10th. So there's a good time to let go of any tensions, because if not, they could suddenly pop out, and with disastrous consequences. It could be an emotional outburst or a sudden raising of temper. So all you can do to diffuse things and make those changes, the better it will be. Also on the 16th, we have the third contact of the second biggest aspect this year. This is the Saturn sextile Chiron aspect, which has been going on since the beginning of the year. The first contact of these two was in February, the second in June, and the third final contact is on the 26th of November. So this aspect's now coming into orb. And the lesson that this aspect was trying to tell us is to trust in your own inner authority. Now, there's been lots of issues over the past year with authority figures and what to believe and not to believe, and with Chiron in your 9th house of beliefs, this has been quite challenging for you. But the ideal is to use this aspect to heal, so that you can move on into the future, and also to help other people heal, because Saturn's in your 7th house. So if you've already managed to heal any wounds that you've suffered over the last year, then it's a good time to get together with others and help others to understand how they can move on as well. Two trine aspects on the 18th. Venus makes a trine to Uranus. This is across the 6th and 10th houses. There could be something sudden that happens at work that changes things, and maybe you'll have to reschedule what you've already got planned. Also, on the same day, we have Mercury with a trine to Neptune. This is across the 4th and 8th. This is a very intuitive, very good for the spiritual side of things, or gaining a better perception of what's happening around you. Then on the 19th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse. Now this is part of the Saras 5 South series, and is good for bringing good news, for joyous events, happy things. So look out in the future, because this eclipse happens in your 10th house. So this could be some good news about your career or your work or your destined path. And it could also be that you're thrust into the limelight, with the 10th house being about your public situation and how people view you. So you could suddenly be asked to do something that puts you in front of people. On the 20th, we have a buoyant day for you, because Mercury makes an aspect to Jupiter. It's a good time to look positively at your future and start to plan. Also on that day, Venus comes together with Mars. This is always a good time to meet people. Love is usually in the air when these two are together. This is going to last for 12 days. There's plenty of time, so there's no need to rush things. Venus is in your 6th house, so you could meet someone connected with your daily routines, or there could be someone that comes to your home, because Mars is in the home area. It's also a good time for making your surroundings more pleasant and putting some real effort into making some positive changes. On the 22nd, the Sun moves into your fellow fire sign of Sagittarius, so this is going to be beneficial for you. Also on the 23rd, the Sun makes an aspect to the Moon South Node, and this will combine with Mercury over the next 5 days. So this is a good time now to get to grips with anything that's creative, anything that's going to expand your mind, anything that's going to help you to grow. because the Jupiter ruled Sagittarius is about growth and new adventure. Now, with the Sun connecting the South Node, you could be drawn back to the past or old habits, but that's not what we need to do. We need to go towards the North Node, and the North Node will be opposite, and this is Gemini. So this is in the 11th house, so it's a good time to connect with groups and work within a group so that you can learn about groups and how people react, how the dynamics of being in a group, and also to connect with friends and network, and to perhaps start joint projects with other people. To end the month, we have 2 minor grand triads, and these are good for getting things started, good for initiation. Now, the first one on the 29th is a triad in water. It's between Mars and Neptune, and this is sextiled by Venus in the 6th house. This is a time to bring the spiritual side into your life, into your daily life. Also, more beauty, more art, more things that will please you and make you feel a lot more at one with yourself and at one with the universe. Then on the 30th we have a very different trine. This time it's between the Sun and Mercury trining Chiron in the 9th house. This is from the 5th house. So this is a very creative trine in fire signs. Fire signs is about getting things going, using the initiation and the drive to get things started. And this is balanced by sextiles from Saturn. Saturn's in the 7th house, so this is ideal to connect with people creatively, and to also bounce new ideas around with people, new beliefs, maybe plan some adventures with other people that can be have a very healing nature to them when you connect with others. There's been so much going on over the last year. The more you connect now with people, and the more you can help us all heal together. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the November review. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'd be glad to hear from you.